All right, YouTube family, we're back for another one, and we got Ethan in the chair today. So the plan is we're changing up the entire style. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna go with a mid to high fade, and we're gonna do something really cool with the fringe. We're actually gonna take it super tight. So this haircut is gonna be graduation through scissors, but it's gonna be a very nice and tight fade with some texture on top. We're gonna play around with some of the lengths. We're gonna keep it somewhat long, potentially disconnected. We're gonna make this really fun, guys, but we're gonna make sure these panels in here are really nice and tight. That means we're gonna go quite short in the front, but we're gonna allow for some movement, some texture with a beautiful transition with the clippers. Are you guys ready? Let's get the show started. All right, step one, wet the hair down. Step two, isolate the panels, okay? Let's get it. Step one, guys, we're gonna split the middle and we're gonna actually do the fringe first, because that's gonna allow us to get a really good gauge of what lengths we're taking for the rest of this haircut, okay? Split the middle, okay? We're gonna come now back from the side here, okay? Make sure everything is clean, guys. When everything is nice and clean, it just makes it way more enjoyable to cut, but also way easier to see. Okay, so what we want to do first, guys, is we want to take about a finger's width of a length. So very simply, I want you to pay very close attention on how I do this. We're going to come all the way through here. We're going to follow this all the way around. Okay, so you're going to end up with this small section right in here. And then all we're going to do is we're going to clip this away. See, look at that, beautiful, nice and clean. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our first section. Step two, comb comes in, guys. Okay, and look how tight we're gonna take this. You tap, and you go from the middle all the way to the side. And we want a round cutting line. Okay, that's section one. Section two, guys, we follow the same process all the way throughout. We drop our section and we're gonna clip this as well. Okay, at this point, we come back from the middle, we tap at our section, and now we're just going to connect. And we want to do this with about 2 sections before we go into our layers. So again, section 2, same process. Okay. Come through. I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to tap. Make your incision. You're going to come back from the top here. We're going to see now, guys, very simply, you could see the line. And we're going to repeat that all the way towards the front. Now at this point, we bring everything down, guys. Go. And now, guys, all we're gonna do is we're gonna start our layering process. So we bring it down all the way to the front. We separate our section. We bring everything to the front. We're gonna separate. And now what we want to do is actually completely cut it square to allow for maximum amount of weight from the front while reducing some from the back. There we go. Guideline. Make our incision. Okay, we're going to follow this process all the way to the side. Okay, and what we want to do as well, guys, leading up to the corner here, we want to make sure that the cutting line is round. And how we're going to do this is just very simply by following the head shape. Okay, a lot of people overcomplicate this part of the haircut. All we're trying to do is look at this. We're just trying to follow the head shape. Okay, so obviously at this point we want a square cutting line, but look what happens from this point on. We're cutting it completely round. Okay, guidelines in there, and there we have it. Nice and round cutting line. Okay, we're gonna over direct a little bit at this point because we're gonna use graduation after to just clean it up. Okay guys, so at this point, it looks crazy, doesn't it? It's supposed to, but we're obviously not even done because this is where your graduation will come into fruition. Okay, that means it'll come into play. Okay, step one, we're gonna come all the way from our round surface, we're gonna drop it all down. And now we're gonna graduate all this and make sure that all this is nice and graduated leading up to the length in the fringe. So we're gonna separate this back panel, and here we have it. You guys ready? Okay, step one, we're gonna make sure all these lengths are quite short. Step one, we're gonna use elevation. And there we have it. So slightly longer where my knuckles are at, but we're getting really short at the bottom. Step two, same process. Bring it back to previous. Check the guide, make the incision. Check the guide, make the incision all the way to the front. And what's gonna happen, guys, is we're gonna end up having these lengths connect to the lengths in the front. That's what we want because we wanna make sure that we have some level of connection from this length to the fringe, especially given the fact that the fringe is quite short. Okay, we're checking for any lengths we need to connect. There we have it. drop it, and there we go. Nice lengths from the graduation that lead to the lengths in the front. And once blow dried, it's gonna really make this pop. Cool, we move on to the next. Again, we're taking diagonal sections, guys, back into previous, and the reason why is because it allows us to control our over direction and our elevation, meaning we're doing both at the same time. This is what's going to allow us to just have that seamless transition to clippers. This is why you prep the hair in this way. I get asked this question all the time. Alex, what's the point of doing this if the clippers are going to come anyways? The whole point is that it actually saves you time, because if you didn't do this, then you'd go back into your texturizing scissors, and you'd have to refine a lot of this weight. This saves you so much time. It is the thing that allows you to have such a better fade, because very simply, guys, you have your foundation already set in place. In the last section, guys, all we're gonna do is we're gonna connect these lengths to the lengths from the sides, and look at this. Boom, right there. And because the position of the head is quite round, we want to just use a little bit more over direction in this area to ensure for the nicest shape, given that his head shape rounds off actually quite low. So if you look at the head shape, all this is round. We still want to establish a little bit of this weight, so it doesn't give this impression that the whole haircut is also very, very round. Okay, so guys, we just gotta blend all these lengths into our graduated line, which is right there. So number 3, closed, comes right underneath our graduated line. And you could see how easy it is to just blend this seamlessly into that length. Look at that, look how beautiful this is coming out. All the way to the front. At this point, now we'll go to number 2, and the number 2 is gonna blend right underneath our number 3. Okay, same process on this side, graduated lines right there. We're gonna take that right underneath our graduated line again. Okay, at this point, guys, we're almost done. We still gotta refine a few things, but I like to style it and finalize, okay? That's my preference. You might like it a different way. I like to put a bit of that product, put a bit of that paste. Wow, look at that. Put a bit of that product. Come on. Okay, we still gotta refine a little bit of the front, but that is looking incredible, people. Okay, we're just gonna go back and refine some more, and that'll be our final look. Okay guys, so this is my final look on Ethan, and this is what I want to show you guys. This is the difference on when you have beautiful transition, when you have beautiful precision when it comes to your haircut. We built that graduation with the scissors, but look how seamless that's blending in. Guys, this actually saves me time. Even though you've been told to do clipper over comb and go in with the clippers, I'm promising you right now, this is how you're gonna save time, and this is how you're gonna create those beautiful haircuts that are gonna allow you to fade things way easier. I'm telling you, trust me. I used to do clipper over comb. I used to just start with the clippers. This is the way to go about it. So this is your seamless transition into the scissor work, that beautiful shape. Guess what? We have a bit of that disconnection, hence the little pop here, but you have that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful outline that blends into the sides. Now, you guys are probably wondering, well, Alex, is this practical? It looks very creative. The truth is, guys, it's extremely practical, and we could have those little pieces that come from the front, and look at that. That creates that beautiful texture in the front that doesn't look almost like a harsh line, which is just very, very suitable. But not only suitable, it is what he could wear on a daily. Okay, so there you guys have it. That is my final look on Ethan. Voila, mon ami. Thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.